In this video, I'll be walking you through how to set up traces in Inkeep using SigNoz running on local Docker containers on your machine. Written instructions on how to set up local SigNoz are on our doc site. I'll leave a link down below. Without traces set up, when running your agents, you're going to see the following connection error in your activity timeline. Additionally, when going to the Traces tab, you'll see another error when attempting to view all the history of your past traces. Setting up local SigNoz to view your traces is as easy as following these 4 simple steps. Before we dive into step 1, make sure you have Docker installed on your machine. Step 1 is to open your terminal and clone our optional local services repository using git clone. Next, go into that repository. Step 2 is to run the following Docker command, which is going to spin up your local SigNoz container. Once your SigNoz containers are spun up, you can view them in your Docker desktop application. One of the services spun up is the SigNoz front end, which you can visit at port 3080. So if I open a new tab here and go to localhost 3080, I can see that there is a SigNoz front end for me to consume. Step 3 is configuring your root env file with your SigNoz API key. To get your SigNoz API key, simply go to Settings, Workspace Settings, and API keys. Here, you can copy and paste your API key. It's important that when creating an API key, you don't want to set an expiration date so that the API key can remain fresh. Once you've copied your API key, go to the env file in your agent's project and copy that API key into the SigNoz API key variable. And for the URL, you'll want to put http://localhost 3080, and you'll want to comment out these 2 OTel configuration variables. Once you've updated your env file, go ahead and kill your development server and then run it again so that these environment variables can be properly factored in. Your agent UI will automatically open in the browser. And now we can continue on to the last step, which is verifying that traces work with our local SigNoz setup. We can go to try it, debug mode, then ask fun events in San Francisco. Just like that, we can see that the activity timeline is populating with events. We can click into each event to see more information. We can see which tools are being called, which subagents are being called. And when we go to the Traces tab, we can also view a history of our past traces with the same interactivity on each event. You also have the option of setting up traces using a SigNoz Cloud project, and I have another tutorial for that in the top right corner. But if you're happy with how SigNoz is set up, my next suggestion would be to set up credentials so you can create credentials and use them for authenticated MCP servers.